Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Teens Room, the place where we talk about all the stuff that matters to us. Like life, dreams, and yeah, even money. Today we're diving into something super cool and honestly kinda life-changing. Investing for beginners. I know what you're thinking. Investing? Isn't that for old people with suits and briefcases? Nope, it's for us too. And I'm gonna break it down for you. We're talking stocks, bonds, and a bunch of other investment options. Explained in a way that actually makes sense for teenagers like us. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's figure out how to make our money grow. Before we jump in, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button below. Give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update from Teens Room. Trust me, we've got tons of awesome stuff coming your way, and you don't want to miss out. Okay, first things first, why should we even care about investing? I mean, most of us are still figuring out how to survive algebra, right? Here's the deal. Investing is like planting a seed today that grows into a massive tree by the time you're ready to chase your big dreams, whether that's traveling the world, starting a business, or just not stressing about money. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. It's all about something called compound interest. Let me show you. Imagine you've got $100. You invest it, and it earns 5% interest in a year. After 1 year, you've got $105. Cool, right? But here's the magic. The next year, that $105 earns 5% again, so now you've got $110.25. It keeps growing on itself, like a snowball rolling downhill. Start that at 16 instead of 26, and by the time you're 30, you're way ahead. That's why we're talking about this now. So investing isn't just about getting rich, it's about giving yourself options. And today, we're gonna explore the big 3 stocks, bonds, and some other cool options. Let's dive in. First up, stocks. You've probably heard about the stock market on TV or TikTok, but what's it actually about? When you buy a stock, you're buying a tiny piece of a company, like Apple, Nike, or even Roblox. If the company does well, your stock's value goes up, and you can sell it later for more than you paid. Plus, some companies pay you a little bonus called a dividend just for owning their stock. Let's say you love your phone, like obsessed with it. If you bought 1 share of Apple stock a few years ago for $100 and now it's worth $200, you've doubled your money. But here's the catch. Stocks can also go down. If Apple has a bad year, that $100 might drop to $80. It's a bit like a roller coaster. Exciting, but not for the faint-hearted. So, stocks are great if you're okay with some risk and you're in it for the long game. You don't need thousands of dollars either. Apps like Robinhood or Cash App let you buy fractional shares so you can start with just a few bucks. Oh, and pro tip, don't invest your lunch money, okay? Only use cash you can afford to let ride. Next up, bonds. If stocks are the wild roller coaster, bonds are more like a chill Ferris wheel. When you buy a bond, you're basically lending money to a company or even the government. In return, they promise to pay you back with interest after a set time. Think of it like this, you loan your friend $10 and they say, "I'll pay you back $11 in a month." That extra dollar is your interest. With bonds, it's the same idea, but it's usually over years. For example, a US Treasury bond might pay you 3% interest a year. So, $100 becomes $103 after a year. Guaranteed, as long as the government doesn't go broke, which hasn't happened yet. Bonds are safer than stocks because you're almost always guaranteed to get your money back, plus that interest. But the trade-off? The returns are usually lower. It's perfect if you want something steady, like a savings account with a little extra kick. Teens can start with something simple like a savings bond from the government. You can even ask your parents to grab one for you as a birthday gift. Way better than another pair of socks. Stocks and bonds are the classics, but there's more out there. Let's explore some other options that are perfect for teens. First, there's ETFs, exchange-traded funds. These are like a basket of stocks or bonds you can buy all at once. Imagine going to a candy store and instead of picking one candy, you grab a mix of everything, Skittles, M&Ms, all of it. ETFs spread your money across lots of companies, so if one tanks, you're not totally sunk. They're affordable and beginner-friendly. Check out something like an S&P 500 ETF, which tracks the top 500 US companies. Then there's mutual funds. They're similar to ETFs, but they're managed by pros who pick the investments for you. You just toss in your money, and they handle the rest. The downside, they sometimes charge higher fees, so watch out for that. Now, real estate sounds fancy, right? You don't need to buy a whole house. There are things called REITs, real estate investment trusts. It's like buying a tiny piece of apartments or malls. You can start with just $10 on some apps. It's a cool way to dip your toes into property without mowing lawns or fixing toilets. And finally, cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin or Ethereum. This one's the wild child. It's digital money that's not controlled by banks. Some teens have made crazy profits, but it's super risky. It can crash overnight. If you're into it, start small and treat it like a fun experiment, not your whole piggy bank. So how do you actually start? Good news, you don't need to wait till you're 18. Most investing apps require you to be 18, but here's the trick. You can use a custodial account. That's when an adult, like your parent or guardian, sets up the account for you. They manage it until you're old enough to take over. Apps like Fidelity, Greenlight, or even Cash App have options for teens. Talk to your parents about it. Tell them it's for your future, not just a new gaming console. Start small, maybe $10 or $20 from your allowance or birthday cash. Pick something simple like a stock a bond, or an ETF. And here's the golden rule. Don't panic. Investments go up and down. It's a long-term game, not a get-rich-quick scheme. Alright fam, that's the rundown. Stocks are your high-energy, risky bet. Bonds are the steady, chill vibe. And then you've got ETFs, mutual funds, real estate, and crypto to mix it up. The key? Start early, start small, and keep learning. Money isn't everything, but knowing how to grow it gives you freedom to live life your way. So, what do you think? Ready to plant that money seed? Let me know in the comments. What's the first thing you'd invest in? Apple stock? A bond? Some Bitcoin? I'm excited to hear your ideas. And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you're first in line for more Teens Room goodness. Next time we'll talk about side hustles for teens, because who doesn't want extra cash, right? Thanks for hanging out with me today. You're awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.